I got a question for all you cashiers out there. How do you guys tolerate the BS out there, especially when you do cashier every day and you got to deal with customers' rude mouth, or if a customer asks you what's the price and you tell them what the price is, and then customers get an attitude, or they just be talking to you any kind of way. And customers, they be trying to test you and thinking that, oh, you ain't gonna say this and say that to me because you don't want to lose your job. And I witnessed this standing in line in the store, watching these cashier people just take a lot of crap from these customers. And I said to myself, that is exactly the reason why you would never see me do cashier. My very first job that I worked at when I was 18 years old was McDonald's. McDonald's was my first job that I did. And when I filled out the application by myself, 'cause I don't know, I was just a teenager riding bicycle. I was still in high school then, but you know how it was back in the day. I just rode bicycles around up and down the street, and I saw McDonald's because I wanted me a phone, right? Because my mom told me, everybody in my school had like a phone, and I was like, dang. And my mom told me, she said, boy, if you want you a phone, you better go out and go find you a job. That's what I did. I went out and go found me a job. Because McDonald's was like 5 minutes away from me from riding a bicycle. So my house wasn't really too far from the McDonald's that I went to fill out the application. So my mom told me, if you want your phone, get your job. But nowadays, kids in this day and age, they don't have to work to have their phone. But people like me, we had to go out and work for our phone. But hey, different time. But so anyway, riding my bicycle, went to McDonald's, and back then, we didn't have to fill out applications on the internet. They had applications out there in the lobby. So I saw McDonald's application out there in the lobby where people eat at. So I grabbed it. I asked for a pen. I asked one of the people up there in the front at the register, "Do anybody got a pen?" So I borrowed a pen from somebody. I sat there. I filled it out. Gave it to the manager. A week later, got a call saying I got a meeting. And because what I put on my application, was cleaning lobbies. That's all I did, is cleaning lobbies. Because when I was filling the application, I said I do not want to do no cash. Because it gave me an option. It says, do you want to do cashier, or do you want to do cleaning the lobbies and stuff like that? I chose clean the lobby. I didn't want to do cashier. So a week later, I got a call. They called me back and they said that come in for a meeting and everything like that. So I went up there for a meeting, and the manager, she was a very nice lady. She was like the supervisor of McDonald's, and she was nice. And she said, Jay, all you're going to be doing is, just cleaning the tables and just sweeping the floor and mopping the floors. And I asked her just one question. I said, I'm not going to be doing no register. I'm not going to be a cashier. She said, no. I said, okay, fine. So they hired me, and, that's what I did when I worked at McDonald's. All I did was just swept the floors and kept the trays and everything clean. Or sometimes they'll have me do fries. Or sometimes if the fry grease is dirty, they'll tell, because I was trained how to do it. I would drain like the fry grease out of the fry stove, whatever you call it, and put fresh grease in there and everything like that. So I did a lot of stuff. But one thing I never did when I worked at McDonald's was a cashier. And a lot of people was wondering, like, why are you doing cashier? And because a lot of people, there was people that was my age that was working there too. They was like 18, about the same age I was. And they would say, Jay, why you don't want to do cashier? Are you afraid of customers? I was like, no, I'm not afraid of customers. I just don't want to deal with their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with a headache. I just don't want to deal with it. I seen how customers treat you guys. You guys swallow it. You guys sit there and take all that bull crap. But me, on the other hand, I'm not going to put up with that crap. I'm not gonna deal with it. They asked me if I want to do cashier, and I said, hell no, I don't want to do that shit. The day y'all put me on that cashier, that's the day I'm gonna quit. They never put me on there, so I worked at McDonald's there for about 2 years, and then I went on to a different job. I worked for a moving company. But yeah, that's all I did at my very first job at McDonald's. All I did was just, kept the lobby clean, swept the floors, and pick up paper out there in the parking lot, stuff like that. That's all I did. And I didn't clean no toilet. I didn't do that because we had two helpers there. And I remember that there was an old lady named Miss Kate. She was like older than me, but she told me that, look, just keep the lobby clean and I'll take care of the girls' bathroom and the men's bathroom. Because I told her I was not cleaning out no freaking toilet. I told her that straight up. So Miss Kate said, no, I'll let you clean the lobbies and I'll take care of the bathrooms and stuff. And I said, cool, deal. Because she was an older lady, and most of the time she sat on her butt, and she knew I was young, so it was a big help for her, you know what I'm saying? So she sat down pretty much most of the time, and, I didn't tell on her. I never told on her. I never snitched on her. She's just like, hey, you ain't got to do no bathroom. You ain't got to clean no toilet or nothing. I'll take care of that. You just clean the lobbies and stuff and keep the parking lot clean. And that was a deal. And a lot of people at McDonald's that worked there, the people that did the cashier, they was hating on me too. They did not like the fact that I had it made. I had it made. I had a couple people there that did not like that shit. They said, well, how come Joe can't do the drive-through or be a cashier? How does he not do that? And all he do is just clean the lobby. And back then I'm sitting there looking at them, why you care what I do? Y'all make a little bit more than me because you're doing cashier, so why you worrying about what I do? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing what I'm talking about, man. I can't be no cashier, man. I can't deal with customers' mouth. I'm gonna tell you another story though, but I'm gonna make it short right here. I remember this happened 6 years ago. I put in an application at Target. It was like 6 years ago, and I wasn't expecting Target to call me back. I just put when I filled the application for Target. Target had positions available. It says like, warehouse position, driver, because I wanted to drive forklift in the back, because I got my license to drive forklifts. So I wanted to drive forklifts. So 2 weeks later, Target called me, right? Target called me, said I had a meeting. So I went up there. Nice white lady, nice, very nice. And the lady talking about saying, like, you know how it is when it goes in the interview, why you want to work for us, blah, 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 why should I hire you, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how that is. So I told her all that. And then she talking about saying that, Jug, we're thinking about putting you as a cashier. I'm like, excuse me? I said, I did not put that on my application. I put warehouse. It says available. It says right there on the application on which position was available and which position was not available. I chose the warehouse. Yeah, we see that you chose that, Mr. Jug, but it's already been taken. And I'm like, well, when I filled it out, it says it was available. But she was like, but we could train you though. We'll put you on register, but we could train you on Mr. Jug. We could train you to be on the register. We could train you to be on the cashier. I said, I don't want to do cashier. If I wanted to do cashier, I would have put it on the freaking application. I said, no. I said, you know what? I got up and I walked out. I said, thank you for wasting. I said, thank you. I didn't mean to waste your time, but you just wasted my time. So I just got up and walked out. I don't want to do no freaking cashier, man. It's not my fault. And see, that lets me know right there that a lot of people don't want to do cashier. People don't want to deal with the freaking headache, man. It's not because people are afraid. It's not because the people are terrified. It's just that people's not going to keep dealing with the disrespect. You got these disrespectful knucklehead customers out there that thinking they can talk to you a certain way. And I don't blame people for not wanting to do cashier because I damn sure don't want to do it and they ain't going to do it. I refuse to be a cashier. Now, for those who are doing cashier, more power to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you guys down. I know you guys hate being cashier. Keep doing y'all thing. Y'all got way more patience and more tolerance than I do. I don't have no patience and I don't have no tolerance dealing with customers' mouth. I'm one of those people that don't have that kind of patience because I don't flip on them customers. Well, you know what they say, Mr. Jug, customers always right. Well, not in my book. Not in my book unless I'm the victim myself that got cheated out of my money or got ripped off. But other than that, not in my book. If I'm the cashier, not in my book, they ain't always right. Thinking you gonna talk to me a certain kind of way. Man, you got me messed up. You think you gonna sit there and talk to me any kind of way. Like I said, I wouldn't last long as a cashier. I wouldn't last. I wouldn't last a month. If I became a cashier right now, I'm betting myself that I wouldn't last. I wouldn't last a month there. I wouldn't last a month before they'll fire me. They'll fire me. They'll don't fire me because they're gonna give me a warning saying, "Jug, you can't talk to customers like that." And you know me, I'm gonna sit there and tell them I ain't gonna let nobody talk to me like that. I don't care. Y'all can fire me. So yeah, I don't blame people for not wanting to be a cashier. I mean, man, I'd rather stock the shelves or bring the carts in and do all that other stuff. Even though it's less money, but hell, I'd rather do that than deal with customers. Screw that. Screw that, man. I ain't dealing with no customers' mouth, man, because I know me, man. I don't flip on them. I don't freaking flip on their ass. Like I said, I rather bag groceries and bring carts in, or or stock shelves, or do warehouse or whatever that kind of stuff in the grocery store. I'd rather do all that than be a cashier. But yeah, man, that woman at Target really tried to talk me into being a cashier, and I refused to. Like I told her, if I want to be a cashier, I would have put it on the application. Not my fault y'all can't keep enough cashier in. Shoot. And I thought to myself, that's just their way of trying to trap people. I thought to myself, that's why they put all positions available up there to trap people. Because they know for a fact that if they only have cashier position available and not the rest of them unavailable, they wouldn't have got a lot of people. A lot of people probably wouldn't even put in. A lot of people don't want to deal with that with customers. So yeah, being a cashier, in my opinion, man, I can't deal with the stress. I can't deal with it. I'm the type of person that my tolerance is just very low. You know, it's very low. I'm just not gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys. I was just letting you guys know, man, that I think being a cashier is just too stressful, especially if you got to deal with that 5 days a week, man. Man, come on, man. They say it's good for teenagers and stuff like that, man. That ain't good for kids out there, man. Especially when they're 16, 17 years old and they got to deal with some weird customers, stuff like that, man. That's not a good job for a kid to start off on, especially when you got to deal with an asshole customer being rude and disrespectful, man. That's not a good job for a kid to start off on. In my opinion, I don't think it's good for a kid to start off on, especially if they're 16 or 17 years old. Imagine a kid first day on their job doing cashier, and the next thing you know, you got some knucklehead customer talking junk, being rude, trying to throw you up on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't dealing with that, man. I done lost my cool, man. I done got fired. I done cussed on people out and got fired. Probably would have gotten in a fight too. I probably would have been in jail. It ain't no way, man. Ain't no way I can deal with customers like that. And I don't know how you people who do cashier deal with that. But again, I'm not knocking you guys down. More power to y'all. But y'all got way too much patience. I understand sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to make a living, but dealing with that kind of stuff 5 days a week, dealing with it every day on your job, man, no. I couldn't deal with it. Like I said, I rather bag groceries or stock the shelves and bring carts in before I be a cashier. Hey, it's better than making some money than no money. Anyway, peace.